Alright, now before it gets too dark, I'm going to show you guys my crank ghost. Usually there's a black light out here, and that fabric he's made of really glows pretty well. And he's made up of a couple pieces of bed rail. Very simple. Couple pieces of bed rail. Just bolted together. These are just eyelets. That's a windshield wiper motor. It is 12 volt, and it runs off of I always run my 12 volt circuits with white extension cord. Runs off a computer power transformer. I can't remember the name of the thing right now. Of course, I'm being stupid. I got both 5 volt, 3 volt, and 12 volt all hooked up right to that thing, so I can run LEDs through my 3 volt circuit. And Mr. Creepy doesn't like to run real fast. He's 12 volt. He runs off a power window motor, but he runs better on 5 volt. It's better when he moves a little bit slower. He gets kind of thrashy on 12 volt. The Crank Ghost runs on 12 volt, and so does my Hangman, who's not out here yet. Working on that. But we're going to turn him on and let you guys see what he can do. Anybody wants to see how to make that bench power plant, I'll show you how to do that. All you have to do is ask. I'll do a tutorial on it. Take it apart and show you guys how to make one of those. It's got plenty of power to run small wiper motors, and runs more than one. And there's my Crank Ghost. The skeleton kind of lights up. He also makes noise, and you hear the clunking noise he's making. It's because he's just shut it off. Hold on a sec. He's got a little piece of string with nuts sitting there hanging on it, so it smacks against him, and he's vibration sensitive, and he makes sound too, and not very good sound. And of course my dog hears things and likes to make noise. But when the weights slap against it, sets off the skull. I usually just leave it on no sound. The sound doesn't do much anyway. All you hear is road traffic. You get the idea of it. Kicking my butt. We'll edit this out. There. And as for how I did the drive mechanism here, you want this to be able to pivot. It's very important, or all it'll do is wrap up your string and tie it in a knot on you. And this here is the actual shaft. I drilled a hole through it, put the nail in, and just super glued and tied, and super glued, yeah, hot glue. Hot glue with the nail and zip ties. And it's been staying together for 3 or 4 years now, and it runs like a champ. I'll get a video of this stuff here when it's running later on tonight, when it gets a little bit darker. I'll put the black light out, and you guys will see how it looks. My graveyard fence. This is all PVC, or polypipe, not PVC, polypipe. It looks like crap right now, but wait till I stand it up and put the pipes in the ground and stand it all in. It'll all stand up and look good. Believe it or not, it looks pretty good. You'll see it all soon.